What is up, guys? HD Motorsports here, bringing you another broadcast of the NNR Racing League. Tonight they go to Kentucky. Joining me in the booth tonight's gonna be Repeat. Welcome to the NNR Racing League broadcasting. How you doing out there? And who is your early favorite to win this thing?
Man, I'm doing great. I appreciate you inviting me tonight. It's been catching up for a long time. I've been doing a lot of the Xfinity and the truck races, and for an early favorite, you can never pass on a more, of course, but you got to watch out for Jose. You got to watch out for CGMX Rose. Silent has been turning a lot of laps here as well, so it's going to be a toss up, but you can never pass on that 42 for sure.
Yeah, 42 is always a tough car out there on track as we are loading in. The young gun, CGMX Rose, has got the pole position with the other young fella out there on the outside of him in the 17. That's going to be the Aviator, and we are underway at Kentucky under the lights with CGMX Rose taking off into turn one.
Yeah, he's got the 17 right behind him, and I'm not quite sure who that is in third. I'm making my way through the field as well, and that 11's already getting the gap on second.
Yes, Rose is a tough competitor. He's a fast kid. Makes a few mistakes here and there, but nonetheless, he's out there for a reason, getting these pole positions for a reason, because he is bad fast. But like you had said, there's a lot of fast people out there. One of the cars, he told me, hey, HD, look out for me. That's going to be the 12 of Knights. He says he's got a bad, fast machine for Kentucky. Be interesting to see him work his way up through the field.
Yeah, he was running some laps, some practice laps with, I think it was with CGMX Rose, and he was able to keep right up with him. So, yeah, Knights is always, he's always mid to the top pack, so he should be good too.
Gotta get my photo right here. Car numbers. Got it up. Good to go. Make sure the stream's working. That's another important thing, right?
I can definitely check on that for you.
But right here, getting ready to move up to P2. We got Rowdy and the 18 M&M Toyota Camry. Gonna pull a power move on the Aviator in the 17. He's gonna slide up right in front of him. We got a car back there in the wall. Just one up. Now they are collecting up. No cautions out just yet. Cautions out. First caution. There, beautiful.
It looks like your stream is up and running and everything is good. And yep, seeing it now.
Beautiful.
Didn't quite get a chance to catch what happened there, but yeah, this will give everybody a break to get some tuning done and fix any kind of damage that they may have just gotten. That's going to make all these guys quite a bit quicker, so the pace should be picking up.
Oh, the pace is going to click up easy, close to a second a lap. Only problem is, you know as well as I do, is you get those setups in. You might make it a little too loosey-goosey. You don't really prepare for 20 cars out there on track, so that car is going to be just a tick looser, possibly. So it'll be interesting to see after the first caution. Everybody's got their setups in. Let's get a top three rundown at least. That's going to be the 11 of CGMX Rose. Still out there in P1. Got Rowdy on the outside of him in the 18. The Aviator in the 17 sitting P number 3. There's that 43, the fan favorite. That's going to be the 43 of Jose 720.
Yeah, and how about the car right there in 5th now, the new comer to NNR, J-Paw. What do you think about him tonight?
Jay, I'll tell you what. I hosted a charity broadcast not too long ago. Jay Paul was in the race. He surprised me at Iowa, man. He was working that high line so good, so it really doesn't surprise me seeing him up beside the top 5. Be interesting to see if he can crack through and get top 3, if not even lead a little laps here tonight.
Yeah, and he was all over the Twitterverse after last week's race at Daytona. He was happy with a 7th place finish, and that can, Daytona, it's a crapshoot. So for him to come through with a top 10 in his first ever race, NNR, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty solid thing right there. But here goes CGMX Rose, the 11. Green flags up in the air with Rowdy on the outside, getting a pretty decent jump. He stayed door There's still a little door-to-door going into the one. Now Rose is going to clear him, but the 17 is looking to sneak up under Rowdy, as Rowdy's going to hold the high side pretty well. Rose is going to help out his young fella down the backstretch, going to draft him along up to P2.
Yeah, the 11 was able to gap the field on the initial start. Let's see if he's able to do it again. Obviously, with the 17, the 18 side by side, it's going to help him for sure.
Yeah, and he's got about a 5-car length lead right now. Let's go ahead and get back to the 17. This is a great side-by-side battle with Rowdy on the outside. But here comes the young gun on the inside. He's going to clear him. Add a 2 down the backstretch. Now Jose 720 is looking to pounce for P3.
Yeah, the 18 was definitely going to try that high side, see if we can get back to the gas a little bit sooner. But now with the tight corners here at Kentucky.
So we can get back here to the 43, and they are 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows deep, entering turn 1. We got the 51, a snag up here. There's the 42 of Amore Smoke. Your pre-race favorite, Amore Smoke, making his way up through the field.
Yeah, it won't be long before he's up there. He's always a contender.
Now we got the 41, though, looking to the inside of Jose 720. That's going to be the 41, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be our very own Red Dot Mods. Now, Red Dot Mods, he's a fast cat. We all know Red Dot. He's going to be battling side by side with Jose 720 at the moment.
Yeah, he's going to be another really strong competitor. Also, I'm not quite sure which car he's in. I didn't get a chance to
He's
to
in
catch
the 41. Side by side right now with Jose.
There we go. There he is. Looks like we might have an early retiree in the 1 car, too.
That's not good. Looks like a blown engine situation, if you ask me. But this heated battle right now for 3rd place is still brewing as Red Dot Mods now clears Jose. Jose is going to jump down behind him. Now I'd expect these guys to try and work together a little bit because those front 2 runners have pulled away.
Yeah, they're getting further and further and more distance on the rest of the field.
But I think if there's one car leading that has the ability to catch, and then someone in tow, it's definitely going to be that 41 of Red Dot, followed by Jose 720, one of the best pushers in the game. Red Dot, one of the best leaders in the game. So Jose and Red Dot are clearly starting to pull from the guys behind them. Amore Smoke. We got String there in the 51, still trying to hold on to the 43's draft.
Yeah, he's holding on to the 43, and then now the 22 of J-Pa is getting under the 18, and then here comes the 51. I'm sorry, the 42, working his way in front of him, and then I think that was the 43's right in front of Amore.
Yeah, the big story so far out of this is going to be the 18 of Rowdy, looking mighty loose, coming around turn 2 down the backstretch, looking like a wiggle worm with his hailing out there, windshield wipers going so fast. He is struggling. He is dropping to the back outside the top 10.
Yep, and now we're all getting single file, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on people, running the court or running the track, racing the track, trying to race each other.
Oh, more smoke up in the wall coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Not really sure what went on with that, but he's heavy damage on the right side of his car, and he is losing a ton of spots. And the 10,
like
the 10 of Sterlo is also out the race.
Yep, he was the other NNR rookie I was looking for or trying to come up with earlier. I'm not quite sure what happened with him, but Amore looked like he got wicked loose right around the same time that the 20 car got really loose and went up and pounded that wall.
There's quite a few cars. The 95 is down pit road. So looks like 37. All down pit road. So
47 of Pro Viper looks like he's actually on his way back out right now.
Yeah, he's coming out of pits right now. But we were talking about if Red Dot Mods can catch 2nd place, the 2nd of Aviator. Well, guess what? He is on Aviator's bumper, followed by Jose 720. We got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nose to tail with Red Dot Mods looking low in turn 3.
Yeah, and CGMX Rhodes is just pulling away.
I think it might be a little different because this 41 car is strong. as he's going to clear the 17 with ease, and he's going to drag Jose with him.
Yep. Heading off into the corner, and I don't think the 17th is really going to be able to do anything with the 43 underneath him. The 43 is going to need to be able to wash up to the wall, though, in order to keep up that 41.
Always got it.
Yep, there he is. So 17 back to 4th.
Yeah, so Aviator's going to drop back to a P4. P5 is going to be the 51 string, but still that young gun CGMX Rose is still out front.
Yeah, he's just extending that gap. Let's see how long it takes for Red Dot to try to reel him in.
They're definitely going to catch. It's 3 against 1. So no doubt in my mind that Red Dot will get him. I'd say within 10 laps he will be there, knocking on the door of the 11. Said, hey, buddy, I just drove my way through the field. I definitely got a bad, fast car. Get out of my way. Or, Red Dot, it might be Kai. We got a bad, fast car.
Bad, fast. Yeah, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th hooked up, and they have completely left the 51 string.
Yeah, string is looking to be in a no man's land at the moment.
No, it looks like got an early pit, or Carroll is just now pulling out of the pits. He's joining the rest of the field on the back stretch.
Going to bounce around. Where is string? Here's string, but yeah, they're battling back there. The 22 with J. Paul right behind the 51 string, sitting P6. So he was happy about a P7 last week at Daytona. He's got to be ecstatic. He's one position up. Early going, but there's that 12 car at night sitting in front of the 18 Poopy, or excuse me, I keep calling him Poopy.
Rowdy. Yeah.
Rowdy now.
Yep.
It's currently in front of Rowdy, and Rowdy's gonna dive that baby down in there in turn 3. He's gonna pull a power move on the 12 and Knights coming out of turn 4.
Yep, and he's 48's back into the wall, right behind them. Looks like they're all fighting a little bit of a loose conditioning.
Well, it might be that situation where you make a card offline, adjusting on it. You get online and things are a little looser. It can be a little looser, be a little tighter. You add the draft with 20 cars out on track tonight. That's going to make a difference. But if you look behind the 12 of Knights, that's going to be the 40 straight from the Aka Academy. That's going to be Dohar sitting in P7.
Yeah, it's great to see Tyler join NNR. He'll bring yet more, of a competitive spirit to the league. It's gonna be great to see him work his way up as well.
Yeah, he's new to the default world. He usually just runs setup. He's usually a setup only guy. So to see him out here running at least top 10 and a full field of people who run default 24/7. It's pretty good running for him. But again, he's kind of stuck in the no man's land all by himself.
Yeah, not too long ago, NNR string now, and Tyler went for a race for race kind of thing that they did all over Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, Tyler actually edged out string in that competition. They did every track in one day, and it was all default, and Tyler still came out on top. So yeah, he's got what it takes.
Well, you know what they say. Some people will just, it's the setups they're given, makes them fast. Some people are just born to drive. I'll tell you what, Aka Academy over there putting out great talent out on the track here in NNR with Tyler again running in the top 10. But look no further. Up here in 2nd and 3rd, 4th place. 2nd and 3rd have left the 17 of the Aviator. His car is definitely not well tuned in for the long run just yet. But that 41 and 43 of Jose and Red Dot Mods is starting to reel that 11 in just a little bit. That gap is getting smaller.
Yeah, even though Kentucky's not really much of a drafting track, it still has an effect when you got two cars trying to run down one. Absolutely.
Oh, it's a mile and a half, man. NASCAR Heat 3 mile and a half. It's basically Talladega Daytona out there.
With how big the curves are. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Let's keep going through the field and see what else we can find here. See if we can find some more battles.
I'm almost willing to bet that green flag pit stops are going to be happening within the next couple of laps, but it looks like back here to the 51, I want to say. 51 a string. Oh, here goes. Yeah, the 22 of J. Paul is going down for his green flag pit stop.
Yep, I saw the Knights pass him on the outside. I figured he'd slow him down to get in there.
So Rowdy has actually got past the 51 of string. So Rowdy's got a strong car. I'm not really sure what his issue was early on, but now he's making his way up through the pack.
He might have a long run car, but if he's got to wait until pit stops in order for that car to come in, he might have to make some changes.
I think he might already had a pit stop because he is just pulling string like it's nothing.
Yeah, I must have missed him pit then.
It's possible. I mean, hey, we just wing it up here. You know. Right. I'm sure you watched the broadcast or two, man. We just wing it.
Just a couple.
We just wing it up in there. It's okay to be wrong. We're not professionals.
Definitely not. In order to be professional, as you and Deeds like to say, we need the tools.
Yeah, we need the tools, man. Let's go ahead and bounce up here with the 11 of CGMX Rose, though. Your current race leader. Second place is still going to be Red Dot Mods in the 41, followed by Jose 720 in the 43.
Yeah, they are slightly gaining, and it looks like the 11 is going to make his pit this time.
He went down below, near that yellow. Yeah, he's definitely rolling that bad boy up, and here he comes for his first green flag pit stop of the night, mowing the grass a little bit. That CGMX Rose taking Dan the long man's job.
Yeah, don't really see Dan the long man much anymore, but yeah, 17's going to follow him.
Yeah, so the two young guns are on the same pit strategy. This time by looks like Jose is going to go down, as well as the 41 of Red Dot Mods. They're slowing up. Only thing is, it looks like they slowed up a little too much.
Yeah, the 43 definitely slowed up a little bit too much. The 41 kind of got in front of him there. I'd be curious to see if the 41 got any damage off that wall. It looked like he either got really close or might have rubbed it a little.
He's definitely close. Let's go ahead and circle around now to the young gun CGMX Rose, see where he comes out of pits. There he comes. He's coming out right now, this very second, as those guys are going down. CGMX Rose is exiting out of turn 2. Let's just find out where that 41 and the 43 come out compared to Rose. Now, Rose is going to get that stint where he's got fresh tires. He's going to pick up some time.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, about a second a lap, if not more.
All right, let's take a look. So they're coming out of pit road right now, and CGMX Rose is going to blow the doors off. Off the 41 and the 43. 43 is going to come out about 10 car lengths behind the 41 of Red Dot Mods, but that 11 of CGMX Rose is gone. His lead has definitely grown.
Yeah, that 43, he lost a lot of time getting into the pits, as you said. You know, he'd slow down a little bit too much.
Actually, the 17 of the Aviator is going to come out behind the 41. So he's going to have a better pit stop than the 43 of Jose 720. But there goes the 41 battling side by side with the 88 of Sigma down the backstretch. He's going to clear him. The 17 of the Aviator is going to be looking to do the same in turn 3.
Boy, 17 is looking really loose on these brand new tires. As like you said, he's getting underneath that 88, but he's catching back up to that 41. So these two together, they might be able to work together for a while.
I think they're definitely going to have to work together to be able to catch that 11. He had about 15th car length lead as we were going down for green flag pit stops. He's now well over 20 on second place. That's going to be the second place of Red Dot Mods.
And it looks like the 4 might be trying a strategy. He's just now pitting after most of the field's already gone in.
Might be trying to stretch it a little
longer.
out.
Yeah. See that? Great minds think alike.
Tell you, one car has made a heck of a bounce back. That's going to be the 18 of Rowdy, sitting in P5 this very moment. He's got Jose 720 out in front of him in P4. He's about 10 car lengths off of him. Jose is about 15th off the 3rd of the Aviator.
Yeah, it looks like
And then Jay Paul's going to be behind Jose for P6.
Yep, got a couple more getting into pit road. Looks like it was the 20 and then the 9 is silent.
Yeah, we got the 42 of more smoke as well down there.
Yeah, they're all these later pits they're going to be able to go a little bit further than the earlier pitters in the 11 and 43 and the 41. It'll be interesting to see how many laps they're able to save over the full distance of the race. Oh, okay, I thought I lost you for a second there.
Nah, I was looking at my phone. Don't text and drive. Good thing I ain't out there on the track driving. I'm just texting and talking, and even that's a struggle at times.
Well, looks like the 41's going to work his way underneath the 20. He's picking him up and setting him down.
I think the 20's going to be a lap down car. 41's definitely P2. Go ahead and get up with this 41. Here we go. And he's actually gapped the 17. So the 17's struggling once those tires comes in a little bit. The 17's just falling off. He doesn't have that pull like the 11 of CGMX Rose or the 41 of Red Dot Mods or even a 43 of Jose's 720's got a good long run car as well.
Yeah, they do. They figured out a way to really keep the car glued to that yellow line. And just as they say that, of course, the 41 washes up a little bit closer to the wall, but he's been buried, the fastest way around the track all the way, every lap. So he's making up a ton of time. Now the 17's going to try to get under the 20.
Yeah, 17's looking to make a move, just nothing working. I think he might be content. 20's going to let him go by that time. He's got heavy damage.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage, and that 17 blew by on the outside. And he's actually running the 41 of Red Dot back down. So he might have a battle here for second within a lap or two. But yeah, that's when he's hurting.
I think the smartest thing to do was just be hit linked up, try and draft together. Rose just hit the start-finish line right there. As Rose is going to turn 1, Red Dot Mods is going to cross start-finish. So Rose has still got about a 20 car length lead on second place, but he's working through traffic right now. That might be hurting him just a bit, slowing him down, maybe half a tenth a lap. That's going to add up as the race goes on. 134 lap race tonight here in Kentucky.
Yeah, the only other battle I've been able to find on the track right now, right now they're kind of all nose to tail. They were just almost 3 wide between the 12, the 2, and I think that's the 9 of the Silent Killer in front of Knights here, but everybody else kind of spread out right now.
Yeah, you got a lot of cars spread out. Yeah, you got the 12 of Knights, the 2. If I'm mistaken, that's the 2 of Stout Whiskey. Who's the driver of the 2?
Yep.
Right, I reserve.
Yep,
Gold Star, and it is Stout Whiskey. Look at that, man. I deserve a Gold Star. I'm right every once in a while, all right?
You get that A.
But yeah, these guys look more content to be working together, try and pick up some time. I think that's a smart move. It's still early on in the race. No sense of racing and let those people in front of you just get that much farther away for the next position. So I think working together like this is a smart move out of these guys.
Yeah, I don't know what the 17 is doing. He the 20 has actually caught him, and just in the previous corner, 20 gave him a little bit of a bump going in. And 17 had to get back on the gas. I'm not sure if he's struggling or if he's all of a sudden gotten really tight or really loose, had to get off the gas. And he's watching him towards the wall. Looks like he might be getting a little tighter than he was before, and the 41 has just left him.
I'll tell you what, this 18 of Rowdy's got a strong car.
Work my way back up to him here. Find him on here. There he is.
Yeah, he's catching.
Rowdy never upsets. He's one. I think he's the only driver in all of NNR that's from the furthest state, all the way out in Alaska.
I already lives in Russia.
he's in the American Russia. He's part of the American tundra, out near Anchorage, Alaska. Part of beautiful country. Yeah, he is definitely. He's running him back down.
Trying to get an eye on the 41 of Red Dot Mods and how far he's from CGMX Rose. The distance is still about the same. Red Dot might have closed up a little bit through that stint.
You've got the 12 of Nights just now getting past the 2 of Stout Whiskey, going into 1 and 2. Yep, he made that pass cleanly. 1 position up, Knights.
Trying to cycle around through the field to find Vince. Now, Knights is one of the cars that pitted way later than everybody else, so he's got fresh tires on the machine. As he's currently battling the 37. That's going to be the 37 of Pro Viper, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it the...
Yep, that's Pro Viper. Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 tonight. And Nice is going to make quick work out of the 37 Pro Viper. Here comes that 42 of more smoke, though. Starting to make his way up through the field as he's closing fast in on Nice.
Looking through. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the handling on some of these cars is quickly going away. Just saw the 24 Coe get past the 48, and here comes the 18 coming up on the 48 as well. Just as it looks like the 20. Oh, that was really close between the 18 and the 48, door to door. Now you got the 18 trying to work his way under the 24 of the league owner Coe, and 18 setting sail for the 43.
Yeah, the 18's got a bad fast car because he is less than 10 car lengths now away from the 43. He was about 20, maybe like 15 laps ago, but 18 is here to party.
Yeah, I mentioned a little bit back that he had a long run car, and well, he's proven it.
We got a little battle going on between Pro Viper and Dohar, as Dohar's going to make quick work of Pro Viper. Pro Viper looks to be struggling a little bit on this longer run, as I'm sure within the next 10 laps, less than 10 laps, I'd say, we're going to be going through green flag pit stops again.
Yeah, boy, he's if we're looking at the same car, you said it's a 37. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the 47. But yeah, let me get back over to Pro Viper.
Well, there's a battle right now going on for third place. That's going to be between Jose, the 17 of the Aviator, and the 18 of Rowdy. Jose is actually going to move up to P3, and then Rowdy's going to move to P4. That's going to drop the Aviator all the way back to P5. Aviator is just looking like he's just struggling a little bit on these longer runs. Might have to make a few more adjustments down pit road to get that car right, but still your race leader is going to be the 11 of CGMX Rose, followed by that 41 of Red Dot Mods.
Yeah, Red Dot.
He's actually going down pit road right now.
He's continuing to click off these laps.
I think Red Dot just went down pit road. Yep. So Red Dot's pulling the strategy of getting those fresher tires a little earlier than CGMX Rose. So if I'm CGMX Rose, I might pit right now.
Yeah, he's pulling in the pits right now, and it looks like he's not really going to have any close contention. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out.
Well, Red Dot's definitely going to pick up some time on CGMX Rose. He pitted a lap before him. That pretty much forces the 11's hands to be like, all right, I got to pit now. I can't stay on these older tires. I'm going to lose a ton of time to the 41.
Yeah, he's absolutely doing that.
So we're just going to stay, and it's the 41 Lee's pit road right there. The 11 of CGMX Rose is going to park in his pit stall. We know what we do. CGMX Rose pit crew is hard at work.
Give me fuel, give me 5, give me that. What's that? Don't copyright me, right? Let's see.
Well, he's coming out right now. It'll be interesting to see if the 41 of Red Dot Mods and where he comes out compared to CGMX Rose. He is exiting, and that might be the 41 right there, coming fast. Or is that the 40?
It looks like it's the 40.
That's the 40. I see a McDonald's sign.
Yeah.
And there's Red Dot Mods in the back coming out of turn 2. So I think CGMX Rose, yet again, has got some distance on second place.
Yep, and the 18 and all the other, the 43 and the other close competitors or contenders, they're on pit road right now as well. It'll be really interesting to see all the time that the 18 made up, where he comes out in comparison to the 11 and the 18.
Currently cycling around. Still on pit road.
Eighteen's gonna pop out right in front of that 20. We got the 43 right in front of the 18. They're gonna hit the gas. They're gonna blend back up here on the back stretch. See where they cycle in.
Yep, here comes that 17 of the Aviator on the outside. Rowdy looked like he was going to try and pull a block on the 17. I think he thought better of it. The 17's going about 10 miles an hour faster. 17 is side by side with Jose's 720. But we saw where that 17 just falls off after a few laps. Jose's going to stay down low with Rowdy in tow.
Yep, and Rowdy's he should be able to get pretty close to that 17's bumper. You might be able to push in right back past the 43. There we go. We'll get it out one of these days. Nope, they're gonna fall in line for now.
Yeah, for now, but we know that 18's got one mission, and that's to win this race. In order to do that, he's got to at least pass these two. The better his chances, move up to P3, because this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now out on track.
Yeah, but if you're going to follow a car, you might as well follow a car that you know is not going to fall off. Just as I say that, 17 thought about looking on the inside of the 43, but he's gonna tuck back in again. The 20 of Ingalls is keeping up with the 18 and the 17 and the 43 now.
Oh, is that Ingalls? Is he? I got a feeling he's a lap down.
Yeah, he might be a lap down, but he's adding to this mix, and if he can keep up, and these guys draft back, well, I don't think they're going to draft back up to the 11, but just as I say that, the 20 lost touch. You got a little loose coming off.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little loose, a little tight, a little something that wasn't right at a turn 2. Washed up the track, and yeah, just like you said, he's on the verge of losing a tail into this 3-car pack draft, as now he's got the 9 of Silent Killer, if I'm not mistaken, and towing him, and he's got heavy front end damage himself.
Yeah, the 20 and the 9, both their hoods are in their face.
See, look, if you look right now, Rowdy is actually losing distance to the 43 and the 17, but his car really, really comes in as the 17 is going to make a big mistake. I have no clue what was going on right there.
I'm not sure either. I don't know if he thought the 42 was going to have an issue getting on the pit road or not, and maybe made an evasive maneuver and just lost it. But yeah, he definitely wasn't holding any kind of a steady line through that corner.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what the hell's about, but that's a tough break for the 17. I mean, he's had his struggles through this whole race. Now, keep in mind, he's still running top 5, so it's a good points night. But you just know that kid wants to win.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, everybody out here wants to win, but you see the struggle happen there just a little bit as the 4 is now coming out after his green flag pit stop, as everyone is pretty much cycled through. CGMX Rose and the 11s should be the race leader. Here he is now with Red Dot Mods in tow, sitting P2.
Yep, they're right ahead of these, the 43 and the 18. The 43 and the 18 just got past the 12 of Knights. It'll be interesting to see what kind of time these guys make up if they're able to draft together. Plus, they're coming up on lap cars, so they're able to get a little bit of a pull off also.
So right now, as CGMX Rose is entering turn 3, Red Dot Mods is about on at the sign on the backstretch. So I think Red Dot Mods has actually picked up some ground on the 11, but again, the 11 might be working through a little bit more traffic than the 41. I mean, that's always a possibility. Just haven't really been keeping an eye out on these guys. Just, yeah, we'll watch them as these laps dwindle down, as I'm sure they're about halfway through the race.
Yeah, and I'm actually checking in back in with the 43, and he's been sitting behind the 51, and just as I say that, he finally gets past him. But he is coming up on these guys so much quicker, and they're not really, they're not giving him the lane, so he's having to fight them for every bit of track position that he's getting. Like right now, he's struggling with the 40. I mean, he's still got the 4 car right behind him, and it looks like that was the 20. So yeah, the 4. Well, actually, the 43 is able to get past these guys now. But he definitely had to check up a lot for the 51 and then the 40.
Yeah, I saw that, especially the 40. When I got on the camera on the 43, Jose, he basically hit his brakes. Now, these cars don't really have taillights, but I guarantee you that thing was glowing red back there, is how hard he got on them. But Jose 720, again, currently sitting P3. He's lost touch with the 17 of the Aviator, as well as Rowdy has dropped off. It'd be interesting to see as this run goes through if Rowdy is just as strong as we think he is on the long run. And if he is, be curious to see if he can win like that.
He's definitely pulling him later in the fuel run. Absolutely. I just wish we had a leaderboard to see what the increments are between the drivers.
That and what lap it is.
Yeah, that and what lap, absolutely.
That would be helpful.
Extremely helpful. I raced with the 22 of JPA in another league on Monday nights. I'll have to see if I can get him to start the stream maybe, so we have a couple more tools or some more information from team radio.
That would be helpful. Currently riding along with the 41 of Red Dot, as his line is silky smooth out there, hitting the yellow in turns 1 and 2, as well as turns 3 and 4. That thing is on rails. Only problem is the CGMX Rose has still got about that 20 car length lead on him.
Boy, the 11, he's so quick, he's actually avoiding my camera. There it is. Finally caught up to him. He's coming out of 4 right now. Looks like he might have just put the 9 and Silent Killer another lap down, and he's heading off into 1. But you can see that the 41 of Red Dot in far distance. It looks like the 11's in 1 and 2, and the 41's at the start finish.
Yeah, the distance has stayed about the same. We'll watch it this time by as the 11 is now entering turn 3. So I think the 11's actually gained a bit, not much, but I think he's gained just a little bit as the 41 is just running silky smooth. Just that 11's on rails himself. Right now we're going to drop back to P4 right here got a little battle going on with Rowdy and the Aviator. Aviator making a little comeback after that huge mistake we thought. He ended up passing Rowdy for P4. Rowdy's back here in P5 looking to make a move on the inside, but 17's going to put a nice block on that.
Yeah, 17's going to keep him pinched. Whoa, looks like the 18 got a little bit of that apron. Yeah, he just lost quite a few car lengths between himself and the 17 after going below the yellow line a little bit. But he's going to run him back down. That 17, we'll see if he's still as tight as he was earlier in the long run.
Someone said get an eye on the 22. Well, here's the 22 right now. I want to say he's running P6 to P7, but he's quickly got some company in his mirror. That's going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke, looking to make up some ground on him. Right behind Amore Smoke's actually going to be the 6. That 6 car is going to be the 6 of Heated Snowman.
Good to see Heated make his way back up, into the series again. It's actually really good to see the amount of cars on track expanding, week after week. It's good to see this this league building back up to where it was just a few weeks ago.
Yes, definitely. But someone said get eyes on the 22. I'll tell you what, the 22 is going to get freight trained on the inside from 2 cars. 42 of Amore Smoke's going to move to P6. The 6 of Heated Snowman's going to move to P7. That's going to drop to 22 all the way back to P8. But yet again, beautiful run out of the 22. J. Paul sitting inside the top 10.
Yeah, 22 let him go. He says, yeah, I know. Amore, go ahead. He knows Amore's bad fast every week.
He's fast every single week. Struggling a bit tonight.
Yeah, he was saying just a couple races ago how his average was a 3rd place finish for the season. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, but it also goes to show why he's got the points lead.
Yeah, he's just Mr. Consistent. There for a little while, I was just getting 2nd and 3rds, couldn't break through, get the win. I think he ended up snapping like 4 wins in a row. But we're only going to count 3 because one of those was an all-star race. We don't count all-star races around here. Sorry, Amore. But yeah, the 11 of CGMX Rose is still out on track. Trying to look behind. Where is the 41?
Trying to find him right now.
Is he down pitting?
Yep, he actually just pulled down pit road. He should be pulling into his stall here in about 5 seconds.
All right, well, the 11 of CGMX Rose is actually still going to stay out on track for at least one more than the 41, current 2nd place, 41 of Red Dot Mods. But CGMX Rose is working through heavy traffic right now as he's got the 9 of Silent Killer in front of him. He's definitely not making it easy on the guy. Right behind Rose is going to be the 37 of Pro Viper.
Yep, and Rose is he's going to be pitting this time.
Yeah, so he's definitely rolling that baby up.
Yeah, it looks like 37 might have given the 11 a little bit too much room, put himself in the wall right there. Looks like that was really the only battle that was going on track right then, but the 48 and the 9 are close. The 17 and the 2 are not the 17 and the 2. Trying to work my way back through is the 2 and 47 that were close.
17's gonna nail that wall coming out of turn 2. But Rowdy ended up passing the 17 back, and now Rowdy's got about a 7 car length lead on him as Rowdy is struggling to get on pit road there just a bit. This baby is able to sneak that baby in on the inside of that commitment cone.
Yeah, that was definitely close. Absolutely close.
All right, well, here comes CGMX Rose coming off of pit road. Going to be looking for that red and black 41 machine. Still have no eyes on him. Coming down the backstretch, that's not him.
41's passing the start-finish line right now.
Interesting. Is he in first?
I'm waiting for him to clear the corner. No, I think
Well, the 11 just passed the start-finish.
Yeah, it looks like that one. Could it be that one lap, or did he maybe take try just right side tires?
I'm not too sure. Let me bounce down and see something.
Okay. Yeah, the 18 coming off pit road behind the 20 is the.
I get a top 3 running.
We're in pit cycle, so you.
Oh yeah, gotta get. Mother.
Is Red Dot in front of him?
No, he sped.
Oh, he's bad.
Yeah.
43's in the lead. He just lapped me. Just bidding.
Nice pass, Rowdy.
All right.
It's really interesting.
So,
Yeah.
41 is not in the lead. He sped down pit road, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be why the distance looked so different.
Yeah, that makes sense a little bit. So that's a tough break for Red Dot Mods, though. I mean, he was in the trails of the 11, but you know what the 11 of CGMX Rose is like. Thank God, because I pretty much got smooth sailing now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any other competition tonight unless something happens with him in the closing half or quarter of the race.
We're still going through pit cycles, so I want to head down there in about 10 laps to get a lap count as well as a running of the top 3 so we can kind of get an idea. But here, you mentioned not too long ago about that 1v1 battle between Dohart and 51 a string. Well, if you look now out on track, they're going to be nose to tail with the 40 out in front.
Yeah, he said, welcome to my world. Here I am. Deal with me now. I keep wanting to say that the 40 was CJ, but yeah, it's definitely Tyler Dohart in that 40 car anymore. The old Golden Archer's car.
Yeah, that's definitely him coming straight from Aka Academy. As the 51's going to give him a little bumper there in turn 4. He's going to push the 40 up the track, and they're going to go side by side down in turn 1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the 40 gives the 51 any room or if he keeps him pinched down on that line. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's not going to let him just accept.
Oh, little door contact as the 51's going to go hard into the inside wall.
Oh, that's not going to make String very happy.
I think on a scale to 10 on Madness, he might be at a 12.
You're going to see his temper through his rotors going into 1 here.
You might see them sail this bad boy up.
Some good hard racing, just with a little bit of contact, but that 41 or that 40, he's now gone. It looks like the 51, he might make his way down pit road now. I'm not sure if that damage, it looks a lot worse. Nope, he's going to stay out on track.
This is interesting as CGMX Rose is now behind the 18 of Rowdy. The Rowdy speed as well?
You said he was close getting in. Yeah, he was close getting on the pit road. I wondered, was he a little too hot?
Might have been a little too hot.
I would have to think, because you figure they're pulling about 30-second laps, or 30-second laps around Kentucky. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
I don't want to say it's pit strategy because Rowdy is still running good.
Yeah,
it's not like he's running it that much slower than CGMX Rose. They both got fresh tires on the car, so I'm almost willing to bet that's exactly what happened. Rowdy as well was caught speeding down pit road.
Yeah, 2 tires and gas wouldn't make the difference that he's made up. So that's if that's the case, boy, bad break for him and the 41 of Red Dot. Kind of curious how that shakes up the top 5.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to go down here in a few laps, try and get at least a definitely top 3 running. Rose will be able to get us the top 5 though. He'll just pull up his leaderboard and tell me.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to leave much room for question there.
Maybe if I talk to him enough, he might wreck. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, you might get a nasty gram on Twitter. Thanks for correcting me.
Terrible thing to say. Why would I say that?
I hate to see that 95 Procore Toyota on pit road tonight, HD. I really do.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, but yeah, it happens, you know. Lag issues, connection issues, 20 cars out on the track. Who knows, maybe his kid was vomiting all over him while he was driving. He's like, you know what? I'm just not in it tonight.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Anything is possible. His dog might have turned his Xbox off for goldfish. Who knows?
I've actually had that happen where the dog.
You've had your goldfish turn your Xbox off?
No, dog hit the hit the switch on the surge protector and just shut it all down on me. Oh yeah, that's
I've
bad.
had that happen before. I got the X, so it's not, you don't have to push it. You just have to hover your hand there.
Yep.
And she just hovered her nose over it. And boop.
Let's see who we got going on here out on the track. We got the 40 and
It's
the
all
7.
pretty much single filed out.
Yeah, they are. With a few cars on pit road, I think you said they started with 20 cars tonight. Well, looks like every car's pretty much got their own real estate, and just as I say that, the 4 car made its way under the 12 of Knights.
Oh yeah, these boys are all.
41 just blew by the 40 like he was standing still. Red Dot is on a tear trying to make his way back up. It looks like the next car I'll have to deal with is the 51. They're sharing the same corner right now.
Oh yeah, they're not making that. There ain't no fun.
All right, Rose, give me a top 5 and lap.
Wait, there's 3 cars that haven't pit yet.
All right, well I don't care about that.
Oh well, I would be first, then Jose, and then I think Aviator's behind. Jose.
Hey,
How
Coey.
How many laps?
Like 40.
40. All right.
Tell Sigma I said real fucking smart.
All right. So there's 40
Green flag
laps.
pit stops.
Yeah. He said top 3 hasn't bid it yet. So CGMX Rose is gonna cycle out to your race leader. He said there's gonna be 40 laps left. We got Jose 720 and P2, and I forget who he said is P3.
That's all right with the lead. The 11
Aviator.
has them.
Aviator's P3.
Okay.
And then it looks like that 41 is gonna be right behind the Aviator.
Yeah, he's made a lot of time up.
He's definitely on rails. I'd say he's up there. I think CGMX Rose in the 11 and the 41 are in their own class, their own field. It's just the only problem is that speeding penalty, and just when he started in the back, and the 11's had clean air the whole race. I think he's literally led every single lap.
Yeah, it looks like he is obviously the class of the field as far as well, between him and the 41. But what's helping the 11 is he's had the 18 of Rowdy right in front of him since the last green flag pit stop. So he's been able to draft his way all the way around, and that 18 is guiding him through lap traffic. So the 11's gonna, he's got a big break right now.
And his percentage of winning is definitely through the roof, above 50%, I would say. But that's a good turnaround for CGMX Rose. You know, he won early on. He won 2 quick early races and just been struggling a little bit ever since. But if he can punch his ticket in here tonight to get his 3rd win on the season at Kentucky, that's going to boost the morale from that young kid. But Jose 720 up there in P2, he's got no slacker of a car either. He's working on like 3 or 4 top 3 finishes in a row. So he's turning it on at the midpoint of the season. The 17 of the Aviator, again, strong running from him. I think the biggest surprise of tonight is going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke. We didn't see Amore Smoke a bunch.
No, really haven't. Working my way through the field as I actually just landed on him. He's all by himself. He really doesn't have any competition around him whatsoever, where usually he's in the thick of things.
Usually he's in CGMX Rose's position, about 20-plus car lengths, on second place. So it's a little strange to see him about middle of the pack here in Kentucky.
Yeah, he's definitely not where he's used to. talking about the 18 of Rowdy. He's caught up to the back end of the 22 of J-Paw, and looks like the 11 is still with the 18. So neither of these guys have pit yet, or if they have, I missed it, and these guys are on new tires. But he's there.
You know, Rowdy's actually starting to pull a bit on CGMX Rose.
Yes, he is. And I'm wondering if it was partially due to the draft from that 22.
Very possible, but we said it all night long that 18's got a long run car. I think the best car out there on the long run is going to be the 18. As J. Paul and the 22 is going to shut the door a bit on the 18 of Rowdy, as they're going to go side by side, and this position is key because, you know, if you go behind that 11 car, well, now you're in the lucky dog position. If the caution comes out now, you're both good. You're both still going to be on the lead lap, but in that lucky dog position, you get back on the lead lap, but you're going to be at the back of the field. Once this bad boy goes green, the only thing is I don't foresee a caution.
No, I don't either with how spread out they are. There, man, I can't talk tonight. But the 22 tapped the wall there a little bit ago, so it helped the 11 gain his way closer to him. But yeah, the 22 just did it again, coming out of 4, so the 11's going to be able to make his way by, and he's going to reel that 18 back in. And now that puts the 18 back in that lucky dog position in case there was a fluke caught to happen.
Actually, the 22 is going to be in that lucky. Well, 22 is battling back strong with CGMX Rose. He does not want to be behind him, just in case that caution comes out. So the 18 is in the clear right now in front of Rose. No worries in the world. Still in the lead lap, but this 22 is currently caught a lap down. That's going to be the 22 of J. Paul, but he is still battling the race leader. Now, the people who are going to like this is going to be the 43 of Jose 720 as well as the 41 of Red Dot Mods. But Rose out here holding strong on the outside.
Yeah, 22 gave him a fit for a couple laps. He was not going to go down easy.
Well, here comes another important battle because here comes the 88 of Sigma, who has now moved up into the lucky dog position in front of the 22. And you know the 22 didn't want to see that.
No, absolutely not. And it looks like the 88, I'm wondering if he just came out of pit road because he not only caught that 11, but he's gonna try to pass him right here.
Yeah, going to currently riding along with the hood view of the 22. Yep, the 88's definitely got fresher tires, in my opinion, because he just blew the 11 at CGMX doors off, entering turn 3. But Rose has got that thing in cruise control.
Yeah, he's got such a gap on the field. He could just let it ride. He doesn't have any worries at all right now. I mean, I'm looking back from the 22, and there's nobody there.
Yeah, I don't know where CGMX Rose. We know where Rose is. But. So the 17's actually come down for his green flag pit stop. So the last green flag pit stop of the night is underway.
You've got the 20 making his way out of pit road just as the 17 went in.
Oh, there goes the 11 of CGMX Rose down. Pit road. I think the new race leader is going to be the 41 of Red Dot Mods, but he's still got his green flag pit stop to go.
With it being the last stop, we'd be curious to see if anybody tries anything. Maybe just right side some fuel.
Nah, you got to stretch it about the full distance, so it's going to be a 4-tire, 2 cans kind of thing. And Red Dot Mods is going to continue on, chugging, choot, looking like Thomas the Choo-Choo Train. Got that thing full blast as he is now going to put CGMX Rose a lap down.
Yep, and 41's passing the 17 as he's about ready to merge into traffic. So, yeah. He's plugging along. 18's pulling back up on the track. And 42 is actually going to be right behind the 11 as he blends in. And it looks like 42, looks like he's going to make his way down pit road right now. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're going to give it 5 to 10 laps, and then 43 Jose 720 is now down pit road. He was currently running P2, so he stretched this thing out a little farther than the 11 of CGMX Rose. Now, I will say this, if there is a late race caution, those guys are going to be a few more laps to the good. compared to CGMX Rose. Rose might have said, hey, I'm good to make it to the end now. But if this caution comes out, green, white checkers, this 11 might be in trouble.
Yeah, he might be. It'll be interesting to see if, somebody gets, a couple cars get tangled up and the caution comes out. Because if not, that 11, yeah, he's checked out. He's already signing that check.
Current race leader is still going to be the 41 of Red Dot Mazzo. Still has not come down for his green flag pit stop.
He's hoping for that yellow.
That's not a bad strategy. I mean, I don't think he was in a place. It's just not enough laps. He's got a fast car. Just wasn't enough laps to be able to come back and compete with CGMX Rose. So if you got like 10 more laps, why not bank on a caution? If the caution comes out, you put a lot of good cars a lap down.
Yeah, the 41's at start finish now, and saw the 6 down pit road. So yeah, more and more cars that pit. He's really got to hope on that caution. Maybe one of them missing pit road, and spin back out on the track, collect somebody else. But as of right now, it doesn't look like it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think so either. These guys are just too spread apart.
Yeah. Looks like a little bit of a battle with the 42 of Amore Smoke, the 12 of Knights, and the 9 of Silent Killer. Amore's definitely in some traffic, and it looks like Knights is going to try to give him some room, but it's going to keep him pinned down a little bit. You got the 12 and the 9 now on the outside of the 42. Amore's looks like he's going to keep it low. 12 is going to let him go, and Amore's going to keep going and try to make up as much time as he can. It'll be really interesting to see how these guys fare. As some of these cars are definitely better on the long run, and if they've got to run a full can of fuel, like the 17 was off a little bit on the long run, but the 18 got better. Now the 18 had to make up for that black flag, the same as the 41. It'll be interesting to see what kind of time they can actually make. With the 11 as he stayed out a little bit longer.
I'll tell you what, man, this 20 car is just beat to all heck. He's got damage all around this. Actually, that left side is left rear to the back bumper is pretty clean. Like, you couldn't tell if I set the camera like this. You couldn't tell the thing was damaged, but you go, whoop! Like, what in the world happened here? Did you put that thing through a meat grinder? Because that front right is just destroyed.
Oh, yeah, the damage model that these cars have. Oh man, you can put it through its paces, and if you get it in the draft, it'll still move. But I've tested out these cars before, or the damage that these cars can go through, and it'll still fix something, but even the game can't fix it all. I tested out my 76 in the Xfinity Series a few races back at Chicago, and it was the ugliest car to bring back down pit road. My crew was, man, they were not happy with me at all.
Oh, man. All right, let's hop back down to it's got to be about less than 20 to go, I would imagine.
All right.
All right, Rose, you got this thing won by a mile?
I hope so. I hope I don't fuck up.
Less than 20 laps to go?
Yeah, like 16.
16. What's top 5?
Me? Well, when the other guys bit me, Jose, Red Dot, Amore, and I think Aviator.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Well, when the other guys pit, each.
Huh?
40's in the lead.
Well, 40's on lead now because they haven't pit yet.
Oh, he's cool. Thanks.
Rose, he really doesn't have any challenger tonight.
Yep. So I was just talking a little bit. Rose says, yeah, he's got this thing won by a mile as long as there's no caution. But he's actually not your race leader. The 40 is the race leader at the moment. But he's still got to go down for his green flag pit stop of the night. But it's going to be CGMX Rose, followed by Jose. We got Red Dot Mods, the Aviator, and a More Smoke's going to be your top 5.
Wow, so Red Dot was able to work his way back up into third where he was before that black flag. So yeah, it really goes to show what kind of a car he's got tonight. He was strong in the beginning and he hasn't let up.
Definitely got a strong car. I mean, like we said, I think the 11 and you might even want to throw the 43. Jose 720. I think he's got a strong car as well. I think those 3 you can throw in a class of their own. Then you got the 17, the 18. And 42 for More Smoke making his way inside the top 5, so it's a good, strong comeback for him.
Yeah, it seems like that whole new team that was added, the 22 of J-Pa, the 20 of Ingalls, and the car for Sterling. I apologize, can't recall the car number right now. But that whole new, bump and run motorsports team, they're not too far behind these guys. So it seems like they were all a pretty good addition to NNR.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're all good racers. I mean, the best of the best default-wise are out on track right now. That's the top dog default racing league, in my opinion. But I think the battle might be for 4th and 5th place. I think no More Smoke is starting to chase down that 17 of the Aviator just a bit. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd is pretty much guaranteed unless something crazy happens, like you hit the apron and spin out.
Yeah, I'm looking back from the 17 right now, and I see him more closing in on him. He's made up quite a bit of ground tonight. It doesn't really look like the 43 of Jose has any competition anywhere near him, so he's just turning laps right now, making sure he doesn't mess up.
Yes, sir.
Boy, instead of NNR, they should have called it TDR. You just said Top Dog Racing. They are, man. This league is phenomenal. Always, they have been since the inception. And yeah, if you want to race with the best, this is where you got to be.
I'll tell you what, the Aviator just had a huge mess up coming out of turn 4. That thing got wicked tight, almost smacked the wall. Now the 42 is on his bumper, but the 42 smacks the wall in turn 1.
Yeah, he followed him right in his tire tracks. Keep passing him here. Yeah, 42's definitely got his draft now. See if he's able to make anything out of it.
There, yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you checked in with Team Comms, how many laps did they say were left?
Like 16, so we've got to be almost under 10 to go. This battle right now is going on for 4th place between the More Smoke and the Aviator. Now, the Aviator's been struggling a little bit on the long run. The More Smoke's looking to make quick work out of this. Aviator battling strong on the outside, looking to pinch a More Smoke down, but a More Smoke's going to be able to pull a slide job coming out of turn 2. Got him.
Yes, he is. He doesn't have that 3rd place average for nothing.
He's definitely a strong competitor, but I'll tell you what, he's got one more spot to make up if he wants 3rd place. That's going to be the 41 of Red Dot in front of him. He's about 15th car lengths off the pace, but just not enough laps to go with, as I assume we're under 10.
Yeah, I think another car that was hoping for a caution was that 40 car of Dohar. He's just now making his way down pit road.
Yeah, he stretched it that far.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, looking back from that 11 car, he's got almost the entire backstretch to himself. There's nobody anywhere around him. Looks like he's coming back up on at the 18. Yeah, he's reeling the 18 back in. Or is that the 20? No, that looks like it's the 18. Yeah, he's reeling. He's the 11 car by the CJMX Rose reeling back in the 18 of Rowdy. Yeah, Rowdy's got quite a bit of damage to that hood, though.
Oh, I tell you what, 48 is spun around on the backstretch. That did not bring out the caution, though.
No.
See, he's now below the yellow. It's a good, smart move out of him because he's got a train of cars coming behind.
Oh yeah, Carroll is definitely one of the veterans in this league. He knows what he's got to do in order to let the race go on and not cause a problem.
I tell you what, that caution came out. You know, the 11 of CGMX Rose did not want to see it, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see that.
Oh, it would be nice to see these guys get racked back up and have to fight it out. You know, old 10-lap shootout. Yeah, but or probably 5 by now. Oh, these guys are really putting it on tonight. Yeah, we're back to there's a lot of room between these cars. I mean, they get a little bit of a run in going into the corner, but they end up at the same distance as they were before they went into any of the turns.
Yeah, Rose has got about a backstretch on second.
Four car might be trying to get past that 11. I'm not sure if this is well, obviously it's to unlap himself, but just in case that caution should come out. 48's going to keep it on the apron as the leader goes by.
Good Lord, man. I think I'd rather watch grass grow than in this race because there's just no action anywhere.
No, it's...
oh, there it is, actually. CGMX Rose just took the checker flags.
Oh, wow.
In an instant classic, CGMX Rose is your race winner. Won it by a full straightaway.
Yeah,
but no, seriously, that's a good race for him. It's a good race for Jose 720 to be able to finish P2, if I'm not mistaken. And then Red Dot Mods, his first race here in NNR to round out a top 3. I know it's very disappointing for him because he definitely had a strong car, one of the best out there on track, but speeding penalty and track position starting-wise was just not on his side tonight. But nonetheless, good win for the 11 of CGMX Rose.
Yeah, he was the class of the field all night long. Rowdy had a real good long run car, so did the 41, but the 11 was just able to get it done. He was able to put the whole race together.
All right, top three. Rose obviously won by a mile. Did you finish third or more?
I finished third.
Dang, you finished
Good
third?
job.
What did you miss?
Came back, man. Had a great car.
Who got second, Jose?
Jose.
Man, we missed third? Good Lord.
Yeah. Need some help.
Let's sneak in.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'll start it off. Amore Smoke with your third place finish. Actually, Amore, this is HD. You just said you had a good car. What was the difference between third and first?
Well, me wrecking on the apron like a dummy first run of the race and got a little side damage, but I didn't get any front damage, so I repaired it, and I was like in 17th, and I just kept grinding, passing cars. Eventually caught up to some better cars, and I felt like I had a really good car. I probably should have won this race, but I made mistakes. Congrats to Rose and all.
Ooh, Rose, he said you got a slow car.
not even.
But no, that's actually a good comeback for you because at some point during the race, I was like, where in the heck is Amore Smoke? I mean, he's top 3, Mr. Consistent. I don't even know where the man is on the map right now.
Everybody was kind of surprised with that comeback because I was done. It looked like I probably should have wrecked harder. But I got a little bit of side damage, no front damage, and just fixed it. Come back.
That's a good, strong comeback for you. Good P3
Appreciate it.
finish. Why don't you go ahead and get second place repeat?
Absolutely. Jose, you got me.
Yep, I got you.
Jose, we were following along with you quite a bit on track tonight. It looks like a lot of cars really had to test your patience a little bit there. How were you able to keep it clean and keep that runner-up finish tonight?
Oh, it was kind of scary at times.
Yeah,
Grass, people in the apron. I kind of not, to be honest, I kind of just hit the brakes every time I saw someone hit the apron. So I don't want to get involved in someone's little mishap, because that's usually what happens to me. I have some bad luck at times, but thankfully I was able to avoid it this time.
Well, you definitely dealt with the lap traffic that the 11 of CGMX Rose was able to navigate a little bit easier than you. But man, congrats on that P2 tonight, sir.
Thank you. Hopefully to capture that win at some point.
It's coming. All you got to do is, if you're just as consistent as a Moore is week in and week out, they're going to have to come your way. HD, you got our winner, sir.
Well, I tell you what, I heard it from third place. He said the 11 had a slow car. I don't even know how in the world he was able to win this thing, because he should have been clear in the back of the pack. But now, in all seriousness, Rose, you didn't hit the wall. You didn't hit the apron. Your car looked clean out there. Good job, man.
Yeah.
What was your strat? I mean, did you lead every single lap?
I think I did.
Well, I don't think Amore's done that all season long, so you can tell him to sit in third place, buddy. Take the back seat, because I'd led every single lap here tonight at Kentucky. How's it feel to get the monkey off your back?
Really good. Like you said, I haven't won since Vegas. Been looking for it forever. Finally got it now.
All right, like any shout-outs out there? Any shout-outs to Papa Valley for the setup? Excuse me, Slick. Good call.
Nah, my team. Yeah, we got to keep getting runs like that. Jose finished second. I'm pretty sure Aviator finished fourth. We got to keep getting runs in like that, and we'll catch more steam in the points. And hopefully Jose will soon get a win too.
All right, well, it's a good, strong run out of you. Now, next week, you better hit the wall so I can make fun of you some more. All right, man, but that's been another broadcast of NNR Racing League. And until next time, guys, we'll see you on the track.